mankind has made huge progress in our treatment towards one another. In India, for instance, we have abolished the caste system, at least on paper. We don't allow widows to be burnt with their husbands, whether they like it or no.
What?
In this country, we have abolished slavery, yippee, and get this, we've actually awarded citizenship to the indigenous people of this country. Excellent. We have laws against domestic violence, child abuse, all excellent. We're doing well, we're evolving. But we haven't taken care of, or we haven't considered a certain part of the fabric of society who don't have a voice as yet. They live with us, they provide us companionship, but these indigenous beings are being tortured, killed, and maimed by the very people who are supposed to protect them. And these oppressors get off scot-free most of the time. They're being segregated. They're not allowed where other upstanding citizens are allowed, right? They are considered unclean in most places, in some parts of the world. Their natural homes are taken away from them. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes or so to persuade you, to convince you, to maybe just think about it for a minute or so. Animal citizenship. Don't laugh. It's not right to put down a cat because you had a new baby, because it scratched or bit your new baby. What if my baby took the cat and flung it across the room? Should I put the baby down to sleep? Oh no, I'll be a horrendous parent. My dogs, or not mine, I don't have a dog, but dogs have shock collars on them so that they don't go out into another person's yard or they don't bark. Should I put a shock collar on my baby so that it doesn't wail in the middle of the night across the street? Horrendous thought, isn't it?
No.
Babies have rights. Yeah. My baby broke an heirloom piece, which has come down from generations in my husband's family. We didn't cut her arms, but cats are declawed because they scratch people's leather furniture. We don't replace their furniture, we just declaw the cats. They're considered good pet owners. That's just the treatment to these animals. I mean, don't even get me near the hunting issue. Don't even get me near the exotic pet issue. Let's talk about their natural habitats for a change. I spoke to one of my coworkers. We have a lot of urban sprawl, New Tampa, Wesley Chapel. He's planning to buy a house. I asked him, why are you planning to buy this house there? Why don't you buy in South Tampa? It's walking distance for me to a restaurant, a number of restaurants, to the grocery, to a cinema, to Bayshore, to parks. It's all within a mile radius. He told me he doesn't want to live with old people. Really? He's telling me that. And I should tell my 30-something neighbors too. He wants to raise a family. I have a family, and so do my neighbors. But he goes ahead and proceeds to buy this place there. And promptly this place is about 25 raccoons, 50 possums, a plethora of birds and natural species. Why? It's not that he hasn't a choice. He has a much more humane choice. We don't, these mute animals have been our companions for generations, right? They've been our pets, they've been our locomotion when we needed it, they've lifted heavy loads when we needed it. As society evolved, we've evolved our use of them. They are now our lab animals, so that we can have safer cosmetics, safer drugs. They are our lab animals so that we can perform experiments on them so that we live longer, not they. And they actually are now used in rehabilitating humans back into society, in prisons and in mental health institutions. They're used, and all this is because of their unconditional love that they give you. You don't feed your dog for 3 days. It'll still come and lick your sorry face, right? So, honestly, after taking a good look at what we do to them and what they've done to us, I think the Humane Society and SPCA are not doing enough. What we need is animal citizenship, right? We need them to have rights to their own land, to their own habitats, for them to live free as we are living free. Yeah, sure, we have bigger issues. We have wars to fight, countries to invade, social security to think of, illegal immigration, global warming, pollution. Oh my God, you name it and we have an issue. But think about this for a moment. This may be very well a turning issue. What if we restored their habitat, unspoiled and unsullied? We might actually get a greener planet, won't we? We would solve a lot of issues that way. We build compact cities, economical farming procedures. We would be able to solve some of the issues. What if we treat these mute animals, animals who cannot speak for themselves, or beings we cannot speak? We do this, to children. We don't allow child abuse. If we think about them a little more, we might just become a little more humane, a humane society. Which means we actually might have less wars. Which means we actually may not need an army. Which means we have more money. Which means we have social security, free health care, free education, which means we will be a more secure society. It's a small step. It's maybe thinking outside the box. Maybe I'm giving importance to something that most people think is not important. But this will turn our focus onto maybe a more global issue. It's not only in the US, believe me, it's worse everywhere else. It's better in the Americas and in Europe. Mahatma Gandhi, a very wise man, and he said, the greatness of a nation is measured by how you treat the smallest animal. Thank you.